Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 15 of the Golden Age of Children's Literature. So, we're reading the middle part of The Secret Garden. A lot of times I teach this just in 2 weeks. I'm giving you guys 3 so that you have a little more time to kind of consider some of the themes. And again, because I do want to be conscious of the fact that you have other classes and other finals, and I didn't want you reading 20 chapters of a book all at once. So, some of the things to kind of look for this week. We talked before about, colonialism being sort of in the background. And I talked in my lectures about how some people read this book as being quite racist. I think it's much less so than they would believe. The racial attitudes are sort of to the time period in some ways, but in other ways are really pushing forward and being quite progressive, especially for an author writing at that time. So that's something to look for. Changes in Mary as she begins to have people who are actually kind to her. The ways in which childhood is depicted. We have Mary, we have Martha, who is quite young, but working. So still child labor going on. Martha's brother Dickon, who represents a different type of childhood and a type of child who has grown up with love, unlike Mary, grown up in a very loving household and grown up with this real deep connection to nature, and the way that he kind of represents a sort of spirituality because of that connection. We also have Mary's cousin Colin and his father, and I'd like you to again kind of think about the ways in which the lack of connection to each other, to the outside world, to the natural world. How have all of these things affected Mary and her cousin and her uncle? And how are they needing to really heal from the trauma of that disconnection? So that's what I'd like you to look for this week. And I can't wait to see your thoughts on the book. Thanks, everyone.